How challenging were the conditions out there?
It's just a December game, good NFL football game, good football weather.
What do you say about J.K. Scott in the game he had today?
Yeah, he's a weapon. He has been for us for 2 years. In a game like that becomes a defensive field position game, you're going to need your specialist to come alive. And, Cam was 2 for 2 with his kicks, and J.K. had 7 punts inside the 20. And we were really able to flip the field and get the momentum. That was a way that we were able to gain momentum in the game. He was fantastic.
What does this say about the job that Ryan Ficken's done that, from when he took over to now you have a special teams unit that can go out and win for you?
Yeah, Daniel, as you know, from the beginning, that's been a huge goal of ours, is to improve that unit. When we got here, was among the worst in the NFL, and now we're among the best in the NFL. And I think these last 2 weeks playing against Baltimore and New England, they're two of the top special teams units perennially in the league. So Ryan and Chris have been awesome, and then we've invested a lot in the specialists and our core special teams guys. I think you've seen, our young guys that we drafted 3 years ago. They're all a big part of our core teams, and it was big for us today, and we needed it. And, Darius also gave us a huge lift in the return game, and he's been doing a great job with ball security and then flipping the field for us too. Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned him, because on a day like today, you need that leadership, you need that togetherness, on the punt team when you're out there a lot. Hey, this is going to be the unit, that can decide the game. And I felt like just that connection that those guys have on that punt team is really strong right now. We're protecting really well, we're covering well, we're punting well, and it's definitely a unit that's, one of our strengths right now. Whatever that level is, probably the highest. 10 out of 10 is probably how I would explain it. Had a good week of practice. Knew there was going to be a tough game. That's a good defensive group over there. Bill, Steve, that group, they do a great job coaching on defense. They've got a lot of good players on defense, and they play together well. So it was just a tough game. It was a defensive game, and our guys were able to make one play at the end to seal it, and that's what we needed to do on offense. We took care of the ball today. There was no turnovers, there were no sacks, and we made a big play there at the end to finish it for us.
Brandon, what do the next few hours look like for you heading home, and what do you look at? How do you assess this? And obviously feel good and shut out in the end.
Yeah, I think Sam, just decompress, and you got to look at the game right away. I try to do it right away so that we can get moving to Denver. But I think from an after action standpoint, our team, I think, played one of its top games as a team on the road. I think we did what we had to do to win today, and that was a big goal of ours. There weren't going to be any style points today. I wasn't expecting it to be a high-scoring affair. So I think what our guys did is they really locked in and focused on what type of game it was going to be, and it took that mindset all the way into the last play for us to be totally focused for an entire game, 60-minute game, and doing what it takes. And I told the team that that's what you have to do in the NFL. Sometimes the games are a track meet, 41-38. Sometimes, hey, there's a game like today, 6-0. You have to do what it takes to win, and I thought that was a good step for us.
Did you guys have a feeling that Zappe would be the quarterback, and is preparing for him any different than preparing for Mac?
I don't think you know anything coming out of there. No one really does, but we just knew that Mac and Bailey would be similar. I think he moves a little bit better, so we were ready for the movement aspect of him. And then we were ready for Cunningham as well, just if he showed up in the game. So, I thought our defensive coaches did a really good job getting our guys ready to play today.
How did you feel like the offense played?
Well, it was tough out there. I don't think that we didn't run the football well at all. And then in the passing game, far too many drops. I thought that Justin was accurate today. I thought that he, played exceptionally well today under the conditions. I thought his decision-making was good. He was strong with the ball, but just far too many drops today, and just not a clean enough game for us. But I think what we can build on are the no sacks and no turnovers. And as the previous 3 games we lost the turnover margin. Today we won it, and that's a big positive coming in a game that has some elements.